I'm Kevin Coleman, after the City Council, and Amy Fitton. You made an offer in front of council here, and that's partly in response to drone photos of trash at homeless encampments.
The concern about litter in our community. I personally talked to a lot of homeless people who feel very marginalized, have put themselves on the outskirts because they feel like nobody wants to see them, and they said, bring us dumpsters, like we will clean this up. This is not how we want to be, the perception that they want people to have of them. So I have organized a waterway cleanup for Earth Day every year. I have said that...
For how many years?
Since '98. So I'll let you do the math.
And that's always the morning of the Earth Gathering?
That is always the morning of the Earth Gathering. Shelley Pocock so graciously took over that celebration, the Earth Gathering part for me. But I have continued the waterway cleanup with the help of Judy Mannion for the last several years. And I said that I can organize people, that we can go in and develop relationships with the homeless people. We can clean up trash without, while respecting their belongings and where they live.
And you already work with them a lot?
And I already work with them. I go to Walnut Street Church on Mondays. You know, everything in life is about developing relationships, right? So when you can develop relationships with people, you can work with people, and you can make things happen. So I offered to continue developing these relationships and trying to organize something quarterly where we go in and we help clean up these sites of the trash, but while respecting their space and their belonging, in hopes that that will, you know, alleviate some of this concern that the general public has, as well as take away that negative perspective that a lot of people have of the homeless people.
Okay. So for your regular waterway cleanup, how far do you go?
The one that we do annually is from bridge to bridge. So it's from like the bridge over Bridge Street to the bridge...
Main Street?
Thank you.
Charleston Pike? Although you might...
No, not there.
Railroad Bridge?
They were completely unplanned.
Oh, it's hard to explain. I'm directionally challenged. So back like behind the high school, that direction, the High Street Bridge. The High Street Bridge. So from
maybe
the High
US
Street
35?
Bridge, yes.
Okay.
From 35 to 23. That stretch. On this side, we meet down at the levee by the water and the boat ramp, and we clean one direction and the other direction.
And how can people find information about that? Maybe coordinate with you?
So we generally have it in the paper. We do that with the Ross County Litter Control and the city. We've done it for so many years that we generally email people that have done it in the past. We put it out in the paper.
Yes.
And it's
kind
also
of word of mouth.
coordinated.
Right, it's coordinated, and we also reach out because we have a lot of 4-H groups that do it, and Boy Scouts and Girl Scouts is part of a community service project. So we should have that. This has kind of spurred me to get started on that for this year.
So you would do a separate cleanup with the homeless camps?
Oh yes, that would be a completely separate thing, and I would like to do that quarterly. So spring, like the seasons, spring, summer, fall, winter.
Any guess when you might have the first one?
We'll have to see how these meetings go, and how this talk continues to go. I mean, it would be nice to do it in the spring after the winter season. There's going to be a lot of trash to address.
And how can people contact you if they want to be a part of that?
That is a good question. I haven't thought that through.
No, for real. For real. No, I can.
Well, they can probably do a search for you on the internet.
They probably can, yes. Amy Fitton. It will be out in the Gazette, and I will have a better question for you, a better answer for you next time about that.
Okay. It's not like you're busy with salamanders at Tar Hollow at the moment.
Right, it is spring season. I'm also a naturalist at 3 state parks, and that season will kick up a little bit, but I can make time for this as well.
All right. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you.